Alright guys, thank you so much for turning to this brand new video. The president of USA just told the nation that inflation is solved, and I'm gonna show you the actual numbers. First of all, take a look what he just said.
Inflation slowed to 3.5%.
Yeah, thank you.
Will this trend hold now that strikes on Iran?
I think so. I think it's going to, inflation's down. We inherited the worst inflation in the history of our country. They say 48 years. It was the worst in the history of our country from Biden, Sleepy Joe. He might have been sleepy, but boy, he could create inflation like nobody. And I inherited that, and I got blamed for it, and it's not my fault. We are putting it to sleep. And we've done a great job, Scott and Howard and Marco and even Pete, because he's watching his dollars, right? But they've done a fantastic job. We've all done a fantastic job. So we had the worst inflation in history and the history of our country. I mean, we had months where it was 9 and 10%. And now we have a report just came out. It was just released. Thank you for bringing it up. But the report was incredible. Inflation is way down. That means prices are coming way down. And we're doing a great job. Remember that for the midterms.
Two questions. I was wondering if you could explain your changing thinking on Strait of Hormuz, applying a 20% fee. How did you get to the decision?
Yeah, so when I put that out yesterday, because we've been doing that for many, many years, it was never fair to me that we would be guarding the strait when we basically don't take anything. We don't need the oil at all. And it wasn't important for us, but it was important for allies. It was important for people that we get along with very well, including the major Gulf state countries. So I put it out yesterday. I thought it was good. I was called by different people, different countries, kings and emirs.
So President Trump looks into the camera and says, remember this for midterms, inflation is done. So according to him, inflation is done. But what is the real data? That's a strong claim by Trump. So let's check, does it goes against the numbers or not? First of all, let me tell you, when he just took office, inflation was around 2.5% to 2.8%. And now it's 3.5%. That's higher, that's not lower. According to my perspective, leaders get judged by results, not by how confidently they say something that is not even true. This isn't about liking or disliking any president of USA. It's about something simple. Does the claim match the data? And simply in this case, it doesn't quite line up. And that's worth knowing before the next election, as he's saying, remember this for midterms. So basically, Trump tells reporters that inflation is solved and tells people to remember that for the next midterm. But when you actually check the numbers, inflation was lower when he just took office than it is right now. Now it's higher. It's almost higher. And it's a good reminder to always check the claim against the actual data. So do you believe inflation is over? Do you believe? I have a lot of videos. People are just freaking out. They are angry. They are furious due to inflation about grocery prices. Even $100 now cannot buy enough, items. So what is your opinion? You face these issues in your daily life. So what do you want to say?